Hey, this is another kind of edition or webisode, I guess, of Questy's Rant Farm. I'm Questy from the Watchtower, thewatchtowerpodcast.com. This is probably where you're viewing it, so you don't need to know that. What I was going to rant about today is kind of the verses of Marvel and DC, and not the miniseries verses, which was kind of terrible years ago, but the sense that on our show we do of kind of a lot of DC bashing, which is unfortunate because there's a lot of great characters that come from the DC universe. But 2009 is really ramping up to be DC's year. Now, we've had a lot of huge things go in the Marvel Universe last year, and I think that this year is actually going to be a building year for Marvel in terms of storylines. I don't know how many huge things could happen this year after we had so many huge things last year. I mean, maybe towards the end of the year we may be building to bigger things in 2010, but that's just the way I see it. DC's 2009 is ramping up to be awesome. I mean, this week alone, we're starting with Battle for the Cowl. And then after that, we're going to work our way into Darkest Night, which is like the huge Green Lantern event. And then beyond that, we have Flash Rebirth. And I'm sure that they're going to have huger things planned for later in the year. The only problem I see is that when DC tends to do huge events, which they may have planned for later, is it kind of tends to get confusing and muddled, and so many great ideas get packed into such a little box, and much like we saw with Final Crisis, things get blown out of proportion. But from what we've seen so far, the previews of things coming in DC 2009, I'm really looking forward to it. So DC 2009, impress me.